What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Humble Lecter, and today we got the first of these two packs that we are going to do from this Avengers 60th anniversary line. And this is of course the Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom. So in today's video, what we're going to do is of course check out the figure, go through the articulation, accessories, do some comparisons, and of course give you my thoughts and my opinions at the end. So yes, without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off here with the packaging. So we are quite familiar with this windowless packaging. We always have the product image on the front and also here on the sides. And on the back here, we have a preview of all the accessories. We have some nice artwork over here as well. And we have the logo on the top. So without further talking, let's just unbox these bad boys up. Okay, so we got the figures right off the box, and I do have the Captain Marvel here, but it is very hard to make a stand. Of course, she's using the lousy ass boots here, which I really hate because for female figures it's already quite hard, and if you add this as well, it makes it even harder to make her stand. So I'm just gonna put her like that. So I think this is one of the weaker ways from this whole 60th anniversary line, because I think these two figures here, not many people really want it, and it goes for about 50 bucks. Like, I got mine during a sale, and that is probably how I would kind of tell you guys how to get it, because to be honest, I had to pay full price for this. It doesn't really feel like it because they are using quite old molds. There's nothing really new about it except for the face on the Doctor Doom, which is very disappointing. So it is what it is. I got mine for about 50% off, so I'm not exactly complaining too much. But even then, it still feels overpriced for me. So we are going to check out each of these individual figures here, and we're going to talk about the accessories that comes with it as well. So I'm going to start off with the Captain Marvel because I just managed to make her stand. So she looks pretty alright here. In terms of accessories, we only have the pair of close-fisted hands, and of course we have the standard open hands for the female figures. So one thing I have to say that looks really good is of course the face tag technology on her, and the hair as well looks pretty interesting. It does have that good amount of details with the scalp. I do notice that the legs here are using a newer body mold, so that is one thing that is alright for my liking. Like, at least they have given us something new. We do get these single joints on her, which is quite disappointing because they added this new piece here, and it's quite interesting. I'm not sure whether Siren was using the same thing, but here basically it's two separate flat pieces to give her into that flying kind of pose. So not too bad. I just did wish that they could have given us the double jointed elbows at least, because like I said, this is one of the weaker sets you can get from the 60th anniversary line. So just looking at this figure, it's all just black and white paint. As you can see there, even on the chest area, there's nothing really new about this as well. It's just all painted through, clean white all around. I don't really see a lot of smudges. And on the legs as well, it's all black with the boots here. So I think it's the first time I'm actually seeing boots, but they do not give you any boot swivel on this, which is quite disappointing. And yeah, that's about it. There's really nothing much to talk about this figure over here. So with that being said, I am going on to articulation. So in terms of the head movement, you can go up this much because it's hindered by hair. It does use a disjoint movement here. And on the back downwards movement, you can go around this much. And in terms of the rotation, of course, you can rotate it a lot. And of course, you do get a bit of some swivel action here. And going on to the arms, you can get a nice T-pose on the shoulders. So you can make her fly like this. Pretty cool, I would say. And of course, you can rotate it as much as you want. You don't have any bicep swivel. You get the single jointed elbows over here. And for the hands, you do have a standard hinge and also rotation all around. On the upper torso, you get the torso swivel. That's all you're gonna get. Crunch forward this much. Crunch backwards this much here for your flight poses. And going on to the legs, there is a new waist swivel, so you can spread out this much, and you can kick forward here quite a bit, and you do get some nice upper thigh swivel. You get the pinless jointed knees here, which isn't too bad, not very gummy, so you can kick back all the way this much, and you do get decent ankle articulation with her. And next up here, we have the Doctor Doom figure. And first thing I got noticed is that the face on this looks really, really nice. But before we go on any further, we are going to check out the other accessories. So we have the standard Doctor Doom head, which we have seen before. I do like the green color edition. It does give you a very nice, nostalgic comic book feel. But it isn't same as the more shiny green you get on his suit here. It does feel like he is using an Iron Man suit. So that is the first accessory. We also have the face plate here as well, which does look really, really nice. And also for the hands as well, we have the closed fisted hands. And also we have the open hands here. The first one does give it more of a reaching out hand. This one is more of like the power hungry, holding something like this hand. So I'm assuming that you're going to put the face the mask on him or something like that to make him hold the hands like this. So you can do that with your figures. So yeah, that's basically it again. And we're gonna go on to the face. It looks really, really nice. A very clean face, I would say. And I'm gonna bring out a previous figure that also had the Doctor Doom face sculpt. So I do have the infamous Iron Man head sculpt over here, and you can see that this is definitely miles better. Really awesome looking. That jawline, the eyes, the eyebrows and everything looks so good. And I think this is the best part of this whole figure, if I have to be honest over here. Because other than that, like I mentioned before, he just feels like a Iron Man suit figure. Just a remake of that with a new paint artwork, because the boots as well looks very similar to the 60th anniversary one here, which we have gotten before. And yeah, exactly, I think almost the same. If you just look at his torso a little bit over here, his lower torso. So it's basically almost the same thing that we have gotten before. Maybe if they could have given us, again, pinless joints all around, that would have been super awesome. Other than that, I do like the nice paint work that's on him with some sculpting on his chest areas here as well. So you can see that you have the lines all around him. And if I crunch backwards, not too bad. A little bit of some marbling on his green color. I don't think it's that bad, but it's quite obvious. It gives him that emerald kind of feel, you know. And of course, if we look at his arms, they do have some nice sculpting over here as well with the fingers when it's sculpting. Not much of pin work there. And if you go on to his upper thighs as well, good amount of details, and his boots as well, very similar to previous Iron Man figures. And right now, I think the first thing that you guys want to see is, of course, the articulation. So before we do any comparisons, we can do the articulation. So it does use a disc joint, so you are able to go back a fair bit amount here. So he's able to look up this much, and you can look downwards here, not too bad. Because you have some nice freeway rotation, some hinge mechanism here. The arms, not too bad, almost a nice T pose here. You get your bicep swivel all around, you get your pin jointed elbows over here, and also the wrist rotation and hinge up and down. Torso wise can crunch forward this much, backwards here, and also the waist does give you a sweet rotation. I like that it's cut out at the belt area, so not too bad. And if you can spread out the legs here, quite a fair bit amount, and you can kick forward this much, and you have your pin jointed knees here, which kicks back quite a fair bit amount as well. You do have some nice calf swivel here and good ankle pivot all around. So right now what I am going to do is just put this figure side by side with some other Doctor Doom figures that we've gotten from Hasbro. So the first thing here is the original Doctor Doom, which was an absolute beast of a figure here. And this is the previous head sculpt, which we can see from here. And this is the newer one. So you can see it's exactly almost the same. I think exactly the same in terms of the paintwork and all that good stuff. Only the color is different on him. And also in terms of accessories, it is about there. And I do have the infamous Iron Man as well. And this one here looks really cool. And this, I gotta say, 3 of them look really awesome. It's quite sad that here doesn't have a pack, so I cannot put a cape on him. But overall, I think he looks really decent here. You can see all the other accessories that comes with this figure. Of course, they have the retro style version of this Doctor Doom as well. But I think overall, I would go for the original. It just feels that this one feels more complete, more comic accurate. I'm not exactly sure where did this guy appear back in the comics. I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan, so I'm not going to just spoil your mood by giving you all this false information from Wikipedia. Alright, so measuring out these two figures here for the Captain Marvel, she does stand in at about the 6.5-inch mark. Similar, I would assume, on the Doctor Doom. Yes, that's right. And here they are with the other 60th anniversary Avengers figures that we have already reviewed so far on this channel. So you guys can check them out on my channel for reviews on each one of them. Alright, so that is it with the Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom figure. And for an individual rating, I would give the Captain Marvel here first an average 5.5 out of 10. I mean, I just gotta be honest here, there isn't a lot to her. Unless you're a huge Captain Marvel fan or you're a completionist, I think this one here makes sense. For the Doctor Doom figure over here, I would give it an average of 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it's not going to replace my original Doctor Doom figure right off the display stand over there. So definitely, but it is still giving you a nice head sculpt over here, so not too bad. And for this whole 2-pack, I mean, if I had to pay full price for this, I would give it a 5 out of 10. I wouldn't even ask you to buy it, but the fact that I got it for 50%, I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10 overall. Of course, these are just my ratings and my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about these two figures over here and if you are going to get it. If you guys enjoyed this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future, and also do follow me on my Instagram at the Hammer Lector. I'll see you guys in the next one.